One unforgettable pirate became a Hollywood legend. Another found worldwide fame overnight. And more than 20 years later, their journeys have taken remarkable turns. When Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl sailed into theaters in 2003, few expected a movie inspired by a Disney theme park ride to become one of the greatest adventure films ever made. Directed by Gore Verbinski and produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, the film blended swashbuckling action, supernatural mystery, unforgettable characters, and groundbreaking visual effects into a worldwide phenomenon. It transformed careers, launched one of Disney's biggest franchises, and introduced audiences to characters who remain beloved more than 2 decades later. As we look back in 2026, let's discover what happened to the stars who brought this legendary adventure to life. No character in Pirates of the Caribbean became more iconic than Captain Jack Sparrow, and no one could have played him quite like Johnny Depp. Instead of portraying a traditional fearless pirate, Depp created an unpredictable, eccentric adventurer whose unusual walk, slurred speech, and brilliant improvisation completely redefined the role. Disney executives were reportedly unsure about his performance during production, but audiences loved it, earning Depp his first Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. Before Pirates, Depp had already built an impressive career with films such as Edward Scissorhands, Sleepy Hollow, and Finding Neverland. He returned as Jack Sparrow throughout the original film series, making the character one of cinema's most recognizable heroes. In recent years, Depp has focused primarily on independent films, directing and producing, while also continuing his long-standing passion for music through live performances. More than 2 decades later, Captain Jack Sparrow remains one of the most celebrated movie characters ever created, setting an incredibly high standard for the cast that followed. As the courageous blacksmith Will Turner, Orlando Bloom became the perfect heroic counterpart to Jack Sparrow's unpredictable personality. Will's determination, loyalty, and secret pirate heritage made him one of the emotional anchors of the story. Bloom arrived on the project during an extraordinary period in his career, having recently gained worldwide recognition as Legolas in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Producer Jerry Bruckheimer later revealed that he had been eager to cast Bloom after seeing his work in Black Hawk Down, believing he was destined for stardom. Following the success of Pirates, Bloom continued appearing in major productions, including Kingdom of Heaven, Troy, and later reprised Legolas in the Hobbit films. He also expanded into television and streaming productions while remaining active in charitable causes. As of 2026, Bloom continues acting in both film and television and has expressed enthusiasm about potentially revisiting the Pirates universe should the opportunity arise. His journey from humble blacksmith to legendary pirate hero remains one of the franchise's most satisfying character arcs. Elizabeth Swann began the story as the governor's daughter, but quickly proved she was far more than a damsel in distress. Keira Knightley brought intelligence, determination, and emotional depth to the role, transforming Elizabeth into one of modern cinema's strongest female adventure heroes. At only 18 years old when the film premiered, Knightley's performance introduced her to audiences around the world. Although she had already appeared in Bend It Like Beckham, Pirates of the Caribbean elevated her into international stardom. She later earned Academy Award nominations for Pride and Prejudice and The Imitation Game, while starring in acclaimed period dramas such as Atonement and Anna Karenina. In recent years, Knightley has continued balancing major film roles with carefully selected independent projects and streaming productions, while also advocating for women's rights and education initiatives. More than 20 years later, Elizabeth Swann remains one of Disney's most admired heroines, proving that courage often comes from intelligence rather than brute strength. Her remarkable transformation perfectly sets the stage for another unforgettable pirate captain. Every great adventure needs a formidable rival, and Geoffrey Rush turned Captain Hector Barbossa into one of Disney's most unforgettable villains. Cold, cunning, and driven by the curse of the Aztec gold, Barbossa was far more than a typical pirate antagonist. Rush balanced menace with sharp wit, making the character equally intimidating and entertaining. By the time he joined Pirates of the Caribbean, he was already one of Australia's most respected actors, having won the Academy Award for Shine in 1997 and earned acclaim for films such as Shakespeare and Love and Quills. During production, Rush embraced the theatrical style of classic pirate adventures, helping shape Barbassa's larger-than-life personality. Audiences responded so strongly that the character, despite his apparent fate in the first film, returned in several sequels and became one of the franchise's central figures. Beyond pirates, Rush portrayed memorable historical figures in The King's Speech and The Book Thief, earning additional Academy Award nominations. As of 2026, he continues to work in film and theater while remaining one of Australia's most celebrated actors. Barbassa's rivalry with Jack Sparrow became one of the defining relationships of the series, leading naturally to the man who represented law and order in Port Royal. Jonathan Pryce brought dignity and warmth to Governor Weatherby Swan, Elizabeth's devoted father and one of the few authority figures trying to maintain order in a world ruled by pirates and ancient curses. While the governor often found himself caught between duty and his daughter's independent spirit, Pryce's performance added genuine emotional weight to the story. Long before boarding the Black Pearl, he had built an extraordinary career across stage and screen, winning prestigious theater awards and starring in acclaimed films including Brazil, Evita, and Tomorrow Never Dies. In later years, Pryce introduced himself to a new generation through memorable performances in television, including the High Sparrow in Game of Thrones, and earned an Academy Award nomination for portraying Pope Francis in The Two Popes. He has continued appearing in major film, television, and stage productions well into the 2020s. His graceful performance reminded audiences that even amid supernatural adventures, family remained at the heart of the story. Standing opposite the governor was a disciplined naval officer whose life would change forever. Commodore James Norrington represented everything pirates feared: discipline, honor, and unwavering loyalty to the British Navy. Jack Davenport portrayed the ambitious officer with quiet confidence, creating a character whose personal struggles eventually made him far more complex than a simple rival to Will Turner. Before joining the Pirates franchise, Davenport was already familiar to British audiences through the acclaimed television comedy Coupling and several stage productions. His commanding presence made Norrington a believable military leader, while his evolving relationship with Elizabeth Swan added emotional depth to the trilogy. Following the success of Pirates, Davenport appeared in films such as The Talented Mr. Ripley and later built an impressive television resume with series including Flash Forward, Smash, The Morning Show, and other international productions. As of 2026, he continues working steadily across television, film, and theater, earning praise for his versatility. While Norrington stood firmly on the side of the crown, another sailor won audiences over with humor, loyalty, and a lifetime of unforgettable pirate stories. Few characters embodied the spirit of piracy better than Joshua Gibbs, and Kevin McNally made the seasoned sailor one of the franchise's most beloved supporting characters. With his endless sea stories, quick wit, and unwavering loyalty to Captain Jack Sparrow, Gibbs became the trusted friend every pirate hoped to have at their side. McNally had already enjoyed a long and successful acting career before Pirates, appearing in British television, theater, and films for decades. One interesting behind-the-scenes fact is that he is the only actor besides Johnny Depp and Geoffrey Rush to appear in every film of the original 5-movie series, making Gibbs a constant presence throughout the saga. Outside the franchise, McNally has continued acting in television dramas, historical productions, and stage performances, earning respect for his remarkable consistency and versatility. As of 2026, he remains active in the entertainment industry and frequently attends fan conventions celebrating the enduring popularity of Pirates of the Caribbean. His dependable portrayal bridged every chapter of the story. And next we turn to an actress whose screen time was brief, but whose career would soon reach extraordinary heights. Although Anna Maria appeared in only a handful of scenes, Zoe Saldana left a lasting impression with her confident, fearless performance. As the spirited pirate whose boat had been stolen by Captain Jack Sparrow, she brought energy, humor, and determination to every moment on screen. At the time, Saldana was still early in her Hollywood career, having gained attention through films such as Center Stage and Crossroads. In later interviews, she revealed that her experience making the first Pirates of the Caribbean was challenging and even made her question whether she wanted to continue working in large-scale studio productions. Fortunately for movie fans, she persevered. Over the following 2 decades, Saldana became one of the most successful actresses in cinema history, starring as Neytiri in Avatar, Gamora in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Uhura in the modern Star Trek films. As of 2026, she continues leading major international productions and remains one of Hollywood's highest-grossing performers. From a brief pirate adventure to multiple blockbuster franchises, her career has been nothing short of extraordinary. Her journey leads us to one half of the unforgettable comic duo aboard the Black Pearl. Among Captain Barbassa's cursed crew, Pintel provided much of the film's comic relief while still feeling like a genuine pirate. Played by veteran character actor Lee Ehrenberg, Pintel's constant bickering with Rajetti created some of the franchise's funniest moments, balancing the darker supernatural elements with perfectly timed humor. Ehrenberg had already established himself through memorable appearances in films such as RoboCop 3 and numerous television series before joining Pirates. His talent for character acting made Pintel feel authentic despite the film's fantasy setting. After the success of the franchise, Ehrenberg continued building an impressive television career, appearing in series including Once Upon a Time, where he portrayed Grumpy and Dreamy, introducing himself to an entirely new generation of fantasy fans. He has also remained active in voice acting, convention appearances, and independent productions. As of 2026, Ehrenberg continues working steadily while celebrating the enduring popularity of the eccentric pirate who helped make the Black Pearl feel like a truly unforgettable crew. Right beside Pintel was another pirate whose unusual appearance became one of the series' most recognizable trademarks. With his wooden eye, nervous personality, and surprisingly thoughtful moments, Rajetti became one of the most distinctive supporting characters in the Pirates franchise. Mackenzie Crook transformed what could have been a simple comic role into someone audiences genuinely cared about. His chemistry with Lee Ehrenberg gave the Cursed Pirates a unique charm that helped separate the films from more traditional adventure stories. Before Pirates of the Caribbean, Crook was already well known in Britain for his role as Gareth Keenan in the original BBC version of The Office. Following the franchise, he expanded his career as an actor, writer, and director. His critically acclaimed television series Detectorists earned widespread praise for its heartfelt storytelling and gentle humor, showcasing talents far beyond acting alone. Crook has continued balancing television, film, theater, and creative writing projects while remaining one of Britain's most respected performers. As of 2026, he is still actively involved in the entertainment industry. His memorable performance ensured that even a pirate missing an eye could become one of the saga's most beloved characters. Our final cast member played perhaps the quietest pirate of them all. Unlike many members of the Black Pearl's crew, Cotton never spoke a single word. Instead, his loyal talking parrot voiced his thoughts, making the silent pirate one of the franchise's most memorable background characters. Veteran Scottish actor David Bailey relied almost entirely on facial expressions and physical performance to bring Cotton to life, proving that memorable characters do not always need lengthy dialogue. Before joining Pirates of the Caribbean, Bailey had built a distinguished career spanning theater, film, and television, appearing in productions such as Doctor Who, Henry V, and numerous British dramas. He returned as Cotton in several Pirate sequels, becoming a familiar face to fans of the series. David Bailey passed away in Star 2021 Star at the age of 83 following a battle with cancer, a fact confirmed by his family and widely reported by the entertainment press. His decades-long career and unique portrayal of Cotton remain a cherished part of the Pirates' legacy. Even without speaking, he helped create one of cinema's most unforgettable pirate crews. More than 2 decades after Pirates of the Caribbean, the Curse of the Black Pearl first set sail. Its legacy remains as powerful as ever. What began as an ambitious film inspired by a Disney theme park attraction grew into one of the most successful adventure franchises in movie history. From Johnny Depp's unforgettable Captain Jack Sparrow to Geoffrey Rush's brilliant Barbassa, Orlando Bloom's heroic Will Turner, Keira Knightley's fearless Elizabeth Swann, and every memorable member of the supporting cast, each actor helped create a world that continues to captivate audiences across generations. While some stars went on to become global icons, others quietly built remarkable careers behind the scenes, and we also remember talented performers like David Bailey, whose contributions remain an enduring part of the series' magic. Their performances remind us why this film is still considered a modern adventure classic. Which Pirates of the Caribbean cast member's journey surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to asterisk like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next then and now journey through Hollywood history.